Hi everyone, Mama Malope here. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. If this is your first time, this is Mama Malope. This is where I speak and do all things motherhood, career and lifestyle. And I'm on a working trip. I have traveled out of the country for the first time in a very long time. The last time I was out of the country was in December 2019. And then of course, shortly after that, the COVID pandemic happened. And I, like many other people, have been homebound for the longest time. And so I'm traveling in 2021. And people, traveling has changed and it has gotten so hectic. It's such a hassle. I think before, our main concern would be the security checks at the airport, getting your visa and just making sure you have the yellow fever certificate if you need one. But now there's a lot more to think about before. You have to get your testing done, your COVID tests done, waiting for the results. I, for one, I get especially stressed by the idea of a swab being put in my throat. In my throat, people, in my throat. It stresses me. But yes, things have changed a lot. And so this was the first time in a long time. And I just hope and pray that as we go on and as scientists and as everyone else begins or gets to understand this pandemic better, that things will get better, and that even in terms of traveling, that traveling procedures and processes will get streamlined. So anyway, I'm here in Addis Ababa and I was sitting in my room after a day working and I was just thinking to myself about the days and times in the past that I've traveled up to date and some of the things that have made my especially work travel experience manageable, and the things that have stuck true. A lot of these things are things I've had for so many years. Maybe some of them are now old school, but they've worked perfectly for me, and they are things that anytime I'm traveling, they're either going to be in my suitcase or they're going to be in my hand luggage. So today I'm going to share with you what some of these must-haves are, and so here we go. And so item number one, the first thing that I have to thank for keeping me organized when I'm traveling, just making sure that my suitcase is in order and that I am maximizing on space, saving as much space as I can while being organized, are packing cubes. My packing cubes. I bought these packing cubes years ago. I've had them for maybe, I could say 6-7 years. When I got these packing cubes, I couldn't get them in Nairobi. I would walk into a shop and tell them I want packing cubes, and often the response would be, what are you talking about? So eventually I bought some on Amazon, and these are the very ones I bought those many years ago. And so I use them to pack my clothes. Basically, I would usually roll them up and keep them compact in these bags. So I have a set. This is part of a set of 6. So I have 2 of the largest one, and then I have a medium-sized one, and then I have the smallest one. And so in the largest one, I would normally put in my trousers, my dresses, and jeans, stuff like that. And then in the medium-sized one, I would have t-shirts and vests and things like that. And then in the smaller one, I have the smaller items, socks and little things like those. So these just always keep me so organized. I'm usually so happy to look at my suitcase when I'm all packed and ready to go, because it's organized and I save space. And if I need to get stuff from wherever I'm going, then again it will just be easier to fit them into my suitcase. So yes, this is my number one must-have for work travel. And then the second thing is my travel iron. I think now this one, I have had this iron for much longer than I've had the packing cubes. So maybe it's old school, I don't know, maybe travel irons have changed, maybe people don't carry them anymore, maybe they are more compact than this, I'm not sure. So two things, when I'm traveling for work especially, I try to pack clothes that need minimal, like crease-free clothes, that even if I fold them up or I roll them up, when I need to wear them or when I get to my destination, I'll just hang them up on the hanger and they'll be good to go when I need to wear them. But sometimes you really want to carry something and it's going to need ironing. And one of my biggest struggles in hotels is having to wait for an iron to be brought to my room, especially in the morning. If I didn't iron the night before, in the morning you need an iron and everyone else is using it. I know these days you have more and more hotels having an iron in each and every room, but some still don't. So I just like to have mine, and I always have this with me. Actually, when I get back home from traveling, it never leaves my suitcase. It's always in my suitcase so that I never have to forget it. So yes, this is my second favorite work travel must have. This is a Black & Decker. This is a Black & Decker iron. Yeah, so maybe if anyone would want to get one, you check for that. Then the other item is my adapter. Man, these things I've had for a long time. I've had this adapter for so long. And it's amazing because it can be used in Europe, I can use it in Australia, I can use it in the US, in quite a number of African countries. And mostly when I have this, then I don't have to buy an adapter in each and every country I go. Once in a while, I may need to have one. I have maybe one or two others that I carry, depending on which country I would be traveling to. But this really, it has, the fact that it has so many possibilities in one makes it really compact and easy to carry. So it's worth looking for something like this. I got this one a while back in one of the duty frees. I can't remember which duty free it was. But this also is always in my hand luggage when I'm traveling. And then I can move on to some of my work clothing items. Number one on the list, the most comfortable black heels that I have at any particular time. If I have to travel for work, these always have to go into my suitcase, and they have to be something that I'm comfortable wearing and something that I can walk around with comfortably. So I will usually just carry one pair of heels, one pair of basic heels, which I can wear with any color of clothes that I need to go with. The shoes just have to work. I find carrying especially heels very bulky, so I'll just have one pair, one go-to pair that will not fail me. It's very unlikely that the heel would break or anything. I don't want to buy shoes because I had an accident and my heel broke, or you know, if I'm buying shoes, I'd be buying it because I want to add on to what I have. But I always have one good basic black pair. And then I do some black clothing items, the basics. I'll have maybe a black skirt or a black blouse, or I'll have, you know, a black pair of trousers. And then on top of that, I will carry colors which I can combine with my basic black items. So these are just must-haves. I'll have black basics, and then I work around that with different colors, and that just keeps me, it limits what I can limit what I have to carry when I'm traveling. And that also goes with, I always have a black overcoat. I use this when I'm traveling, actual travel, like when I'm on my flight. So I usually don't have to worry about packing this being bulky in my suitcase because I'm going to be wearing it when I'm traveling. So I always have this, and it's in black, and that way it's going to work with anything that I will be wearing. And then before I forget, this is so basic, but if you have had mishaps in the morning when you're going for a meeting and you had decided you're wearing something in particular, and then in the morning you realize your hem is out or your button is hanging. People, thread, a needle and thread in two basic colors. I usually have black and white, and these have saved me a lot of trouble. And of course, some of my colleagues that I will be traveling with have also just benefited from having the basic needle and thread. This one I never forget. So yeah, I think that's that for now. Those are just some of the little items that I use when I'm traveling. I always make sure I have them, and they just make work travel all that bearable. I mean, people have different things that they prefer to have with them when they're traveling for work. For me, those are just some. There are others, but these are just the basics, and they've always stuck and stayed true. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like, share. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, God bless you.